Hi, thank you for sending in your essay for correction, and I will do my best to give you some feedback on it. Okay, so you're writing here about international marketing. Just a couple of points to draw your attention to immediately. Your word count is 396. Now, as I've written here, watch out. The guideline is 250 and you will lose marks if you go above 280. So one of the things the examiner marks you on is task achievement. So this includes writing the right amount and staying on topic, okay? Showing that you really understand the question. I've got a few issues here, mostly because this essay really is talking about international marketing, and what it wants you to address is the power of these giants like Apple and Nike and McDonald's moving into a country, changing the traditional way of thinking. It's more international marketing than international trade, and this is a very important distinction to make. Don't worry, a lot of people make this mistake, and if you look at our online course, there is a brilliant sentence guide, and in the sentence guide that just shows you exactly how to answer these tricky questions and how to stay on the right topic, okay? But let's look at what you've done. So in recent times there's been a trend towards international marketing in the world of business. There's much debate regarding its impact on the recipient population. Okay, that's fine. One school of thought says it's damaging the native culture, not naive, native culture of the recipient. You don't want to repeat that. Or it's damaging native cultures, you could say. Whereas the other, you can just say the other instead of the other one, perceives it as a beneficial tool. I would stop there, okay? This is not very easy to understand, so I would just take out that whole bit. Both of these viewpoints have their reason and logic. I agree it's not only important but beneficial too for recipient citizens. I'd save that sentence till your conclusion, okay? And just come on here. This essay will discuss the issue by referring to examples of various countries. Tell me which ones. Be specific here to demonstrate points and support arguments. Okay, so you can see how I've just tried to tidy up that introduction. All right. Firstly, there are numerous positives in international marketing affecting people. Okay, I would prefer you to use the word advertising here, and then that shows me that you are on the right topic. Firstly, it facilitates learning in simpler ways across borders. Okay, now how and can you relate this back to advertising and marketing? So we're thinking about posters everywhere for a Western lifestyle, which upsets people in India, for example. Or people wanting to wear Western style clothing instead of wearing traditional saris. Those are the kind of arguments that you want to be using. This is okay, but it feels like an economics essay, and really it should be a language essay, and you should be able to give relevant examples. So I don't terribly think this is relevant. So maybe you can just have a re-look at this sentence, this whole section, sorry, and just get that into something a bit more relevant. Okay, in terms of your language, we got to know is too informal. You could say we became familiar with. But I mean, cross-cultural communication, yes, but what are we talking about? So a bit more specific, and your examples need to be a bit more real, down to earth, maybe we can say, not so academic. Competition helps bring down costs. Yes, but that's not relevant. That's to do with trade. Third, business opportunities. Again, that's to do with trade and jobs. That is maybe a byproduct, but that's not what we're talking about. So we need to stay on the point here. Okay. Nevertheless, to say that there are certain pitfalls, as has been alleged to. This is not. This doesn't sound good in English. It's too formal. Impure, we should say damage instead of that, but I'm not sure where you are going on that sentence. Okay, this could work. The proponents of this thinking, that it's a good idea, argue that if countrymen adopt different trends, then identification of ethics, okay, I would say their self-identification and their ethics and customs could be deeply hampered, and they might forget the moral values and disciplines. I like that idea, just you need to make it sound a little bit more natural. Numerous studies, okay, have, you don't need this, consistently projected that
Now, projected is to go in the future. So, statistically reported, because it's in the past, that 20 to 30% of the population have adopted Western style of attire. Okay, good. That's a nice example. Okay, and Western capital W, and say why. This is there's no doubt that this is influenced by the ease of buying clothes over the internet internationally, and the power of marketing by such big companies as Zara or whichever examples you want to use. Okay, so that's the right topic here. And give me a real example. But this drawback has not. Yeah, you don't need that. That's a sort of personal comment, and I'd leave that out. So to conclude, it can be suggested that marketing has many pros. Don't say pros, too informal. Advantages. Smooth learning. I don't know what you mean by smooth learning. And exchanging views and traditions that outweigh the cons, no disadvantages of intermixing the uniqueness of different nationalities. This is lovely. I really like that. That's a very good expression there. Okay. And now give me your opinion. Okay. So bring your opinion into that final conclusion. So you've got some good stuff here. I hope you can see from my comments if you can get it onto the right topic, then I think you can rework it. So I think it would be great if you could just do a correction on this, write down some new words and expressions, and just rewrite that and link it back to marketing with some real examples. Try and keep it easy to read. It doesn't need to be so technical. I'm not testing your business knowledge, okay? I just want to see if you can communicate your thoughts in English. Okay? But your grammar looks quite good. Vocabulary is a little bit formal. So I would look up some other words in a dictionary and then make a note of them. So you're building up your lexical resource, which is something that the examiner would look at as well. I would also suggest that you have a look at the online course, because I think that might help you, give you a stronger idea of where you're going, and make these essays a lot easier to write. So well done, and I hope the corrections are helpful, and good luck. Keep going.